Update with the camo netting, and I finally came up with a system to temporarily be able to put this in here but make it easy to take it in and out, not create a whole lot of crazy connectors or stuff like that. So I'll show you quickly what I did. It's not too difficult, but it actually seems to be working out pretty well. If you'll notice here, there's bring it in here. There's a stack of 3 washers here that are then the goop glue down, and these are just finishing drying. So once these are dried up, put some paint on them. Probably put a little bit of stuff around the edges, and then I'll put some bushes and stuff around this to basically kind of mask it. But the idea here is to have a hole here, and then I ended up using this basically here as another wedge point, so that these 2 points fix the bottom pegs. And then if you look underneath here, let's see if I can get a shot of it, you can see another washer. And then I was thinking I'm actually trying to paint that up as a little bit like a conduit, a hole or something like that, and maybe like run some wires. So what I'll try to do is, maybe run some wires down into here, into the wall or something, and just to give it a little bit more, make it look like it actually belonged, like it was maybe an electrical fixture or something like that. So, and then the way this whole thing then gets connected is rather simple. So, what I did, you can then see on the back here, is I super glued a small rare earth magnet, and so all you got to do at this point, let me see if I can do this while I'm on camera, is essentially get that underneath, put one of the feet in there. Actually, if I get the right ones, get the one foot in there, get the other foot essentially wedged in this spot, and then click, and that's in there. It's actually in there pretty good. So it's not too terribly hard to put in. And again, I can probably disguise this little piece, put some more bushes and stuff like that, and that way it'll wedge in there, and there's your camo netting. But if you don't want to play with the whole piece, it's just a matter of undo that magnet, lift it out, and there you go. So you've got basically, you can kind of change the dynamics of the piece by just again by just sliding that in there. Put the feet in and click it on, and there you go. And now you've got, just gives it a little bit more differences and stuff like that. So if you kind of see, it gives it a different kind of playability, gives it a little bit more set of cover, especially with 7th edition now, giving having to have things obscured and different stuff like that. That'll help. So that's my basic piece here, and getting close to finishing this piece up and putting like the final paint and the details and stuff like that. So the last thing I'm going to do here is probably airbrush some maybe like some greens and browns and like a cross hatch, kind of a just like a little camo pattern to give this a little bit more color. Hit everything with a wash, and then it's bushes and a little more dry brush, and then my last piece is going to be building the sandbag and barbed wire emplacement right here. So again, to give this a little bit more height and stuff up like that, and then should be able to call this piece done. So probably 2 or 3 more videos, and should hopefully be able to wrap this one up. But oh, and then the last thing here is I'm coming up with gonna put like broken stained glass in the bottom windows and stuff, but I'll maybe end up doing some spots in here where so you can see something like blown out. I'll then like cover some of it with here and here. What I'm gonna have to do is make a template of this, and then I got a little bit of a nice little surprise for Father's Day that I'll show people. Some other modelers have gotten and have been seeing online, so I was able to get one, and that should make cutting that kind of precise stuff and make it real repeatable really easy. So more to come.